bringing you a kid-friendly radio show. Every Saturday afternoon on YouTube. Broadcasting live at 1 o'clock. Broadcasting live at 1 o'clock. Hello and welcome to episode 8 of the Brit Kids Show with me, Ethan. Coming up on today's show, we will see if anyone can beat Ben and his score of 5 in the leaderboard game, an amazing interview about lockdown in Scotland, and the weekly question. Before we get started, I wanted to tell you that I've got a lot planned for the summer holidays with the show and this channel, and for our 10th episode special on the 25th of July. So watch out for more details in next week's show. Talking about next week's show, it will be our summer special because I'm breaking up on the Saturday. It will be the first day of the summer holidays for me and like a lot of people around the UK. So now we've talked about that, I think it is time to see if anyone can beat Ben in the leaderboard game. The leaderboard game. Hello, Peter, and welcome to the leaderboard game. Thank you for being our second contestant of July. How are you doing today?
I'm alright. Not much happening, but yeah, I'm fine.
So, do you think you can beat last week's contestant, Ben, and his score of 5?
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, let's get started with question 1. A Team GB athlete was stopped by the Met Police in London, but who was it? Was it A. Holly Bradshaw, B. Bianca Williams, or C. Ben Williams? Your time starts now.
I'm gonna guess B. Yeah.
B. You are correct. It was Bianca Williams. Okay, so you've got 1 so far. Question 2. On Thursday, Boots released that they were cutting how many jobs? Is it A, 4,000, B, 400, or C, 2,000? Your time starts now.
I'll go with C. 2,000.
You are incorrect. It was actually A, 4,000. Okay. Question 3. The BBC released that most over 75s will have to pay for a TV licence, but when from? Is it A, the 26th of July, B, the 6th of August, or C, the 1st of August? Your time starts now.
I'm going to go with B.
You are incorrect. It was actually C, the 1st of August. You've still got many more questions to get some points. Okay, question 4. On Wednesday, a crane collapsed on houses and a block of flats in East London. But how many people got injured? Was it A, 4, B, none, or C, 10? Your time starts now.
I'll go with 4. A, please.
You are correct. So you have got 2 so far. It was A, 4. Okay. Question 5. John Lewis released that they are closing how many shops? Is it A, 3, B, 20, or C, 8? Your time starts now.
I'm going to go with C, please.
You are correct. So you've got 3 so far. Okay. Question 6. This week, the government released that pools, gyms, team sports and outdoor gigs are due to reopen on which date? Is it A, the 14th of August, B, the 25th of July, or C, the 5th of September? Your time starts now.
I am going to go with B.
You are correct. So you've got 4 now. 4 so far.
Yeah.
You've got 4. Okay. So, question 7. In Scotland, people can meet up with how many other households indoors? Is it A, 2, B, 7, or C, 15? Your time starts now.
I think it is C.
Oh, you are incorrect. It was A, 2. Okay. So, 8. A woman was shot in the street by the police in which British city? Is it A, Newcastle, B, Manchester, or C, Liverpool? Your time starts now.
Manchester. I don't
You are
know.
incorrect. It was actually C, Liverpool. Okay, so you've got 3 or have you got 3 now? 3 or 4?
4. I think you said 4.
Question 9. A Glee star is missing after her 4-year-old son was found on what alone? Is it A, a boat, B, a jet, or C, a bus? Your time starts now.
I'd say the bus, please.
You are incorrect. It was actually a boat. Okay.
Okay.
The final question. Question 10. In Scotland, it will be mandatory to wear face coverings in A, restaurants, B, parks, or C, shops. Your time starts now.
Shops, please.
You are correct. So you have got 5 out of 10.
Yeah.
That is the same score of last week's contestant. So you are joint first for the leaderboard. If no one beats you in the next 2, you will have to fight it out far around with one question and see who's the quickest. So if that happens, that will be at the end of the month. So thank you for being here today. It's been great. Bye-bye. So Peter is now tied for the top spot on the leaderboard of July. So next week we'll see if anyone can beat Ben and Peter with their scores of 5 in the next leaderboard game of July. But guess what? If you want a chance to beat Ben and Peter next week, email me at thebritkidshow@gmail.com and title your email The Leaderboard Game. Guess what? It is that time of the week again. Yes, it is time for the weekly question. The weekly question. On last week's episode, I asked you which do you like more? Life before lockdown or life in lockdown? And here are some of the replies. Karen said she preferred life before lockdown when my days were organised and I wasn't having to worry about keeping everyone safe from COVID-19. Fred said he likes life in lockdown because he can do his schoolwork whenever he suits him, and as long as he gets it done, he can do it whenever, and he feels more relaxed. I personally like life before lockdown but there are some positives to lockdown. Like, I probably would have never started this radio show if we weren't in lockdown. And I also have really enjoyed getting to spend some quality time with my family. But obviously there are some negatives about lockdown, like not being able to see the other members of your family that are not in your household, and also not being able to see your friends. But this week's weekly question is, after the announcement earlier this week that the government said swimming pools, gyms and outdoor performances are open, are you going to them? Yes, are you going to swimming pools or a gym, or are you going to see an outdoor performance? I want to know. So if you want to answer, comment below or email me and start your comment with the weekly question. or you can email me at thebritkidshow@gmail.com and title your email The Weekly Question. So now it is time for an amazing interview about lockdown in Scotland with Struan. Hello, Struan, and thank you for being on the show today. How are you doing?
I'm doing good today. How are you?
I'm doing fine, thank you. So I thought we should start this interview off with last week's weekly question. Which you like more, like life before lockdown or life in lockdown?
I'd probably have to say life before lockdown, but there were some parts of life in lockdown that are better.
Like spending more time with your family and being able to do your schoolwork at whatever times you want, basically. So now, I know you live in Scotland.
Yes.
And so can you go out to restaurants and pubs and cinemas and shops opened?
Yes. I think some shops have opened, some haven't. Cinemas I don't think are open, but I think they're making announcements about more things opening either today or soon.
Oh, so the restaurants aren't open yet, like in England?
No.
Okay. And when they do open, would you go out to them or would you stay at home for the...
I think I'd probably go out, but obviously make sure, like, having a mask if it's mandatory or just taking precautions.
So, what is the best thing about being in lockdown?
A lot of people probably say the family, but I think pollution, it's, like, gone down tons and tons.
Yeah,
because less travelling, less pollution.
Less cars, less planes, less trains. Everything. What is the worst thing about being in lockdown?
It's probably just not being able to like hug your family. I know people under 12 in Scotland can do it, but for those over 12, you still have to social distance and stuff. So it's having to social distance from your family and friends and things.
What have you been eating a lot of during lockdown?
Well, I'd say I've been eating a lot of crisps, a lot of bagels.
Bagels, okay. Anything else or not?
I've been eating a lot of red apples.
Red apples, okay. Do you not like green apples or is it just
I find them too sour. But...
that's what I like about the green apples. They're sour. Nice. So what are you most looking forward to when lockdown ends? Probably
just being able to like hug family and things. Going back to school.
In Scotland, what number of people can you meet up with but staying 2 meters apart?
I don't know if it's currently if they've changed it, but last time I checked it was up to 8 people from, I can't remember how many households it is, but it was up to 8 people.
So who would you pick? And it can be anyone, and even celebrities.
I'd love to meet up with celebrities, but probably just families, like my aunt, my grandparents.
Yeah.
Probably exclude my parents because I've seen a lot of them.
Yeah. So, do you like homeschooling or normal school more?
Well, I'd have to say I prefer normal school, but homeschooling's not been too bad.
So, you live up in Scotland. So, how are the rules different to down here in England?
England, it's a lot looser. I'm thinking.
Yeah, I think it is.
Are you guys on 1 meters or on 2 meters?
Boris has said, yes, stay 2 meters if you can, but when you can't, stay 1 meter. So.
Yeah, but up here it's 2 meters.
Yeah.
And do you have bigger groups or meet up with different people?
I think it is 6 people still, but maybe. Pubs and restaurants are open now, all shops are open, cinemas are open, I think. And aren't masks mandatory in Scotland?
Yeah, in shops I think they're mandatory.
Okay, so, but in England it's just on public transport, they're mandatory. So I live in up in the north, and it's quite a rural area. But you live in Edinburgh, don't you?
Yes, I live in Edinburgh.
So I can go out and I can't really see anyone, and it's quite easy to social distance. Is it harder to do it up there?
I'd say yes, Probably, I've not been out the house much, so I don't know. But I think it's probably a lot harder.
Yeah. So so you're in your last year of primary school, aren't you?
Yes, that is correct.
But but it's weird because in England I'm in my first year of secondary school,
Yes.
but we're the same age. So how has it been doing, because you've not been back into school, have you?
No.
So how has it been ending off and not being able to say goodbye to your friends and your school and your teachers?
Well, I'd say they've tried to do a bit of stuff for it. We've had some Zoom calls, but
Yeah.
it's not really the same. They rang the bell, but the people who live further away from the school couldn't really hear it, like at all.
Okay.
So it was only people who lived in.
Is that like a tradition in Scotland? What's ringing the bell?
No, it's just like the bell that I'd go to, like breaking lunch and stuff. So they
Okay.
just press that button and do that. But I don't think they normally do it. It's just something.
Yeah. So and how do you do like a transition? Were you supposed to do like 3 days in your secondary school?
Yeah, we meant to do 3 days. We did it online.
Yeah. How was that?
It was a bit complicated at points. We did it via Teams. So as you can imagine, the chat was thousands of messages an hour.
So did you do like lessons in your transition then?
Yeah, they'd give us some videos or like a PowerPoint or something to do, and then we'd do that, and then we'd have to type in asking, oh, what does this mean, or stuff.
So like, how has that been? Because it's obviously more scary when you actually do go into September and you've actually not been there. You have been there like for openings and things, but you've actually not been there like doing lessons and things.
Yeah, but we go back in August.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, it's
sorry. Because it's so different, the education system between England and Scotland. So have you learned any new skills during lockdown?
Probably not. No, I wouldn't say I would.
Have you improved skills and spent more time on things in lockdown?
Browsing on your phone is a skill, then yes. But not really. I've not really improved on any skills. I've been pretty lazy.
Do you like Level? Because I can see in the background.
Yeah.
Is that Hogwarts in there?
Yes, Hogwarts.
Yeah, that looks quite good.
Yeah.
Have you built any big sets, or have you done any projects?
I've not built any big sets yet, but I'm about to.
What are you about to build?
It's one of the new Lego Harry Potter ones. It's the Astronomy Tower, so that's quite big.
Okay. So how long do you think that's gonna take you?
2 to 3 hours, I'd say. Maybe into 4. But
okay, it's been great having you on the show. Thank you.
Thank you for having me on here.
Okay, bye. So that was Struan talking about how lockdown is different in Scotland to England. If you have a new skill that you want to talk about, or if you just want to get interviewed by me, email me at thebritkidshow@gmail.com and title your email interviews. Sadly, that is all we have time for this week. I know it goes flying past, doesn't it? We'll be back next week with the weekly question, another interview, and the next leaderboard game. Please share this video with your friends and family. Comment, like, listen to last week's episode if you haven't already. Listen to this show until the end. Email me and subscribe, because remember, if we get to 50 subscribers, I will do a monthly bonus content on this channel. In the meantime, if you have any suggestions to make the show better, or if you have a new skill that you want to talk about, or if you want to answer this week's weekly question, are you going to go to a swimming pool, or are you going to a gym, or are you seeing an outdoor performance, or if you want to have the chance to beat Ben and Peter in the leaderboard game, comment below or email me at thebritkidshow@gmail.com. So that is all we've got time for this week. We'll be back next week at the same time. Goodbye. Bringing you a kid-friendly radio show every Saturday afternoon on YouTube. Broadcasting live at 1 o'clock. Broadcasting live at 1 o'clock.